people have wondered, how close are we to Jesus' second coming? Now, we do know from the spirit of prophecy that Jesus would have come a long time ago if his people would have been ready. So it's not really God's fault that we have delayed, it's our fault. But it is true that people have gotten tired of waiting to a certain extent. During the First and Second World War, they wondered if that was the last wars. They've also had periods of time of other crises when they thought this was the end. How do we know we're really coming to the end this time? Number one, there are several Bible parallels and prophecies and other things that point to the fact that we are running out of time. One is the first time Israel did not cross the Red Sea, but they did the second time. We didn't cross over in the late 1800s when Jesus wanted to come, but we're going to cross this time. The question is, how close are we? There are several pointers. One is, like in the days of Noah, one of the biggest sins in the days of Noah was not only violence, was not only worldliness, it was the mixing, the amalgamation of genes of man and beast. Well, that wasn't happening years ago, but it's happening everywhere today. We know they've been doing it in secret for a long time, but now it's public. With the Pope's approval, Congress has voted money to be doing research in that area, and the results are horrifying. If you look a little into it, it's terrible. But now with the injections that are being forced all over the world, now even humans are becoming transgenic, and our genes are being modified from men to X-Men, you might say. Anyway, not everybody sees it that way, but that's my understanding, conviction, and many scientists as well with credentials are saying the same thing. But the biggest proof in my mind that we're living in the last generation is not only the fact that Rome and the U.S. have finally clasped hands, more than that, they're in bed together. Rome is pretty well rising in power, the wound is almost healed. And there's another second factor combined with that will confirm, and that is the 6,000 years are almost finished. No matter who cuts the cake in any direction, we're living in the last generation of the 6,000 years. Some believe it's going to happen next year. Others believe it's going to happen in 2027, others 2031. I've even heard 2043. But no matter how you cut the cake, we're in the last 20 years of the 6,000 years. I believe it's 2027 that the 6,000 years run out. That doesn't mean Jesus is going to come on that. I believe God's going to cut the time in righteousness, lest all flesh be destroyed. With these injections going around the world, certainly the life expectancy of the human race has been shortened significantly. And I believe Jesus is going to come during the next 6 to 7 years, but only God can confirm that. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's 2031. Maybe it's 2043. But it's still the last generation. The next 20 years is in this generation. So we are living right at the end of time. I believe it's shorter than we think. I believe that we have no time to sleep at this time, that God is preparing His people. I've preached in more than 100 countries, and I find there's an awakening and a preparation process worldwide. And I believe one of these years, very soon, maybe next year, as soon as whenever the Sunday law comes, is enforced, I believe that'll be the closing of opportunity of the period of grace for the Adventist Church, and the door will be closed, like it says in Last Day Events, to those who would not enter, but it is open to those that have not heard. So we'll find out very soon. Once the Sunday law comes, the time of preparation is over. It will now be time to separate the wheat and the tares. God will do that. A crisis, a storm will hit. It will do the work. And then those that are left will receive the Holy Spirit and go out for the loud cry.